On the way here tonight, I thought about the cyclone and watched this space. It's coming back. I've not written that product off completely yet. I think the market may be coming ready for an amended cyclone now, incorporating new technology currently being launched by Pyronics in a new product next month. So finally, the very fact that we are holding these awards, highlighting the importance of innovation to the region and to Yorkshire Forward, and more importantly to the region's future growth. We live in a region which has an inspirational, innovative history. We have the people and companies here today that can create and sustain a successful and innovative future. We have been given a legacy. Let's use it wisely to build our future. We have a can-do attitude and culture, and together we can look forward to a high-growth, positive future. The award applications submitted by you tonight have proved that. I know that I will be doing my part to continue our legacy of innovation, and I would ask that you also do your part. Thank you.
Recognising Julie's story there and celebrating your success this evening is why I and my colleagues from Yorkshire Innovation are absolutely delighted to be associated with this event. A region really needs to be able to celebrate success in all its forms, and innovation, as Julia said, is a fine balance between risk and reward, and some brave calls in business need to be made. So celebrating companies that take that journey and make a success of it, I can't think of a finer awards ceremony to be associated with. Yorkshire Innovation, for those of you who don't know, is quite a low-profile body of business leaders, vice-chancellors, research leaders from this region and beyond the region as well, who act as a think tank and advisory body to Yorkshire Forward, increasingly to the Technology Strategy Board, to BIS if they ask for our advice. We link in with the other northern regions through the Northern Way. And a few years ago, about 3 years ago, we developed the Regional Innovation Strategy for the Yorkshire Forward Board. And I'm delighted that many of the ideas within that strategy have not only stood the test of time, but we're now in the implementation phase in a really big way. And with about 30 years or so experience of business in different roles in the region, I think actually this region is in probably one of the most competitive and the strongest positions that I can remember. And that may sound a bit ironic in these challenged times of ours. But if I look at the innovation space and the way that we have started to develop some of the toolkits of support, one of the ideas of the Regional Innovation Strategy was to encourage more businesses to collaborate with universities, especially in the adaptation of commercial research. And the Innovation Voucher Scheme, as you're probably aware, was launched last year. Well, up to January, I think the figure was about 590 vouchers taken up, which is very commendable indeed. 350 new relationships, new business-to-university relationships in that scheme. We spoke in that strategy about the need to collaborate and to bring like-minded businesses together with university expertise. And the result of that are 3 networks to date: advanced engineering and metals, healthcare, and intelligent formulation. We talked about our experience and our expertise in low carbon, and that increasingly over the last year has become a real key regional priority. So we've got the Centre for Low Carbon Futures, which is heavily research-based in terms of commercial research, but also links with many of our most significant companies in that area, in that sector. And we've also got the Yorkshire Biorefinery project, which is looking at turning biomass into high-value chemicals for pharmaceuticals and for healthcare, with some demonstrator science, that really crucial, difficult space between a business board's decision to invest and the applicability of the research coming out to support new products. So that is on the starting blocks. The Food Environment Research Agency, one of our really key sites in Yorkshire, has been chosen as the location. It's going out to procurement, and you'll be hearing an awful lot more about the Yorkshire Biorefinery. The Nuclear Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre, launched recently, an investment by Rolls-Royce, a great step forward for the Advanced Manufacturing Park, which with over 10 years of investment, and I was on the board of Yorkshire Forward when we made that original investment, and I can remember the board meetings and the difficult decisions that we had to wrestle with to actually justify that investment in the land down there in relationship with Boeing and Sheffield University. That's doing very, very well indeed as well. We've got real traction. We've got a focus on the Advanced Manufacturing Park and the Ferrer site as two key nationally significant sites of excellence. And that's attracting national profile with the TSB and with ministers. But more importantly is the cohesion of the region in terms of collaboration. And that's what this evening is about for me, and about the overall level of business connection and collaboration with universities who are, I think, more advanced now than I've ever known them in terms of their ability to reach out in a meaningful way into this space, with local authorities who have got a crucial role to play in planning, with investment agencies who need to connect increasingly innovation into inward investment, with supply chains that need to be brought together to collaborate in ways where not only the public sector, but just like-minded companies with like-minded skills requirements and trading requirements can be brought together. There's an awful lot of that gone on under the surface, under the water, under the headlines, not being reported greatly year by year, but it's there, it's real, and it's creating a real sort of focus and a capacity, a critical mass that this region really should be very proud of and stands us in very, very good stead. But when I became chairman of Yorkshire Innovation, in one of my sort of first presentations, I spoke about the challenge of being in a globally competitive economy and how innovation really was a race. And I think that race is getting tougher and harder every year that goes by. I don't know whether you saw the research that was published in the Financial Times from Thomson Reuters earlier this year in January that showed that China, surprise, surprise, has outpaced every country in the world in terms of increasing the engine of scientific papers by, I think it was 64-fold over the last 30 years. It's on target to overtake the US in 2020. Heavy focus on material science and chemistry, so very industrially focused. Perhaps not all of it is the highest quality in terms of peer judging, but it's in volume going great guns, and that's going to be a powerful research engine. India doing similar things. India now spending more on R&D than Germany. Brazil now nearly catching India in terms of scientific papers published. So this is a real race. The baby booming generation of the 50s in the West is coming to retirement age. The East don't have the same issues. So real demographic skill shortages that we've got to wrestle with as well. So not all innovation comes out of universities. Not all innovation comes out of those high-profile specialist research centres. But what we can do, I think, is work together to a common agenda to support the world-class research that we do in this region in every possible way, to support the collaboration in every possible way, to certainly get the message out about businesses being able to collaborate and the stories of best practice, and we've heard an excellent one this evening. So that collaboration, that connection, and the level of business innovation that comes out of it at the end of the day is what Yorkshire Innovation really is trying in its very, very humble way to advise on and to support. And I'm delighted with my colleagues from Yorkshire Innovation to be here to be able to celebrate success and to hopefully increasingly make this region really, really well known, not only internally, but further afield for being a natural home for innovators. I hope you have a lovely dinner, and I think, Julie, we're coming back then to introduce the awards after we've heard from Tim.
Yeah, about 9:20.
Okay,
Thank you.